So looking at this next problem here, this hyperbola's got center at 0, 0 with asymptotes of plus minus 2 over 3. And this hyperbola passes through 7.5 and 3. Okay, so we have to find the equation of this hyperbola. Okay, so first of all, let's just kind of sketch in what we know. We know that the asymptotes has slope of plus minus 2 over 3. Okay, so I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 over, 2 up, something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to sketch an asymptote like that, and kind of symmetrically, maybe somewhere around there, something like that. And basically these slopes I've got from this ratio of 2 to 3. So 3 over 2 up, okay, gives me that kind of rectangle, okay, and it gives me these diagonals like this. So the problem is, this is not necessarily B and A. Okay, we know this is a ratio of B and A could be something different. Okay, we could have a B value of 4 and an A value of 6. Okay, that would give us a slope of 2/3. The B value could be, could be 9. Actually, let's make it a little bit easier. It could be 10. And the A value then would be 15. And that would be in the same ratio. So we don't actually know the actual value of A and B. We just know the ratio of A and B. Okay, so the A and B ratio is 2 to 3, but that does not necessarily mean that B is 2 and A is 3. And that's very important to note. Okay, we can't make that assumption. So the other thing that we have is this coordinate. So we have a coordinate at 7 over 3 up, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, I don't know, maybe 7.5 and 3, maybe somewhere around there. Okay, now that coordinate is very important because it helps us establish if it's trans x or trans y. Now this one here clearly, even with a rough sketch, I can kind of see that's pretty much going to be trans x. Okay, I can't draw it like this through that point. So clearly it's trans x, but how can I calculate whether this is trans x or not? Well, what I could do is a test. Okay, and I'm going to do a test here. This line is y equals 2 over 3x. And really I just need to test, is this point above the line or below the line? So I'm going to test this. So I'm going to test the coordinate. Okay, so I'm going to say y is equal to 3. And so I'm going to just calculate the y coordinate when x is equal to 7.5. Okay, just going to zoom in a bit, make sure this is a little bit more clear. So I'm plugging in 7.5 for x and calculating y. So here I get 2 times 7.5 divided by 3, y equals 5. So that point here is going to be 3, 5 on that line. Well, sorry, 7.5. That's going to be 7.5 and 5 on that line. Well, clearly that black dot is below that line. So this must be a trans x. Okay, so we don't always have to do such a formal test, but if this point was closer and it would be hard to do it with an estimate. This one here was very easy, but if it was closer to this line, it's hard to do with an estimate. We may need to actually test the point and do it this way, but the test is not necessary if we can establish it more informally. So there it is. There's my graph. Now I just have to figure out, well, what's the equation of this hyperbola? Okay. Well, I know the slope ratio is 2 to 3, but I can't do this. I can't just say, well, I'm just going to say that it's going to be x squared over, and let's say a is 2, and then y is 3, and that's trans x. Okay, that would be nice to do, but we cannot make that assumption. The problem here is that we don't know what a and b is. Okay, we have established trans x, so we do know that that's positive. Okay, but we don't know if a is going to be 6. Okay, so we don't know what a squared is. and we don't know that B is going to be, or we don't know that A is 3 and B is 2. We don't actually know this. Okay? All we know is the ratio of B to A is 2 to 3.